What's up, guys? Long time no see. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. You might remember me from doing that cool ATS-V build last summer. Had a ton of fun with that, where we swapped basically everything from a wrecked ATS-V into the shell of my 2.0 ATS. And that build turned out really cool. Had a ton of fun with that thing. Still have it. I'm about to show you in a second. But we got a lot of cool updates I want to show you. So last time you guys saw me, we were in a super teeny little shop, just rented thing. We've had a little bit of an upgrade since then. So basically, we got a whole, and it starts with this. Basically, we got put up a little bit of a pole barn here on a new property. It's been awesome. Just had so much room to store things and, be able to pursue these kinds of projects. And, it's been a really, really cool thing. Also, great place to store cars and things like that. So yeah, a lot has changed since the last time. Daily driver right there, this little Mini. It's fun. Bought it for cheap, just did a couple fixes to it. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So I want to show you guys a couple of new builds that we're going to start here on the channel. Maybe give you an update or two on some existing stuff. And yeah, kind of basically just go through, what we're looking at here. So basically, as I walk into the shop here, I want to show you first the build that you guys have seen very briefly. I hinted at it about a year ago with the ATS-V build. Basically got this 84, I think, CB700SC. So basically the thing was, this thing hasn't ran in about 30 years, I'm going to say. And it's got 35,000 miles. So by no means a low mile unit, but it seems pretty clean. The tank looks decent. Once we get it open, we'll see what the inside of it looks like. I just went ahead and pulled the seat off it just to start kind of getting an idea of how we're going to run this, what this project's going to look like. I know everything with the carbs is probably going to have to be gone through. Cool thing I did though so far, and it's, I'm a little upset because I cheated in not showing you guys some of this content, but basically pulled the fuel line off of the tank, threw out of the petcock, took a water bottle, poured it down that line just to give the carbs some fuel, and actually got this thing to run. Was it running on all four? Maybe. With these carbs, they get all angry. It's not like I'm not super worried about a dead hole yet. I'm going to guess this thing ran when parked perfectly fine. So yeah, we're going to go through it. Actually ended up getting a key for this one. Took the ignition switch out, and there's a 3-digit code on the back of it. So got the key for it, which I was like, great, it's going to be the key for the whole bike. It's not. It doesn't fit in the fuel tank or anything like that. So basically going to have to pick the lock to try to get this thing to work. But we'll see. It's got some potential. Once it cleans up, it's gonna make for a really cool cleanup video. So that's number one right here on this. Number two is a recent purchase not long ago. So had a lot of motorcycles, and had some cool ones, had some not so cool ones. This is one I've been wanting to get for a long time. So basically, we're looking at an SV650 right here. It's the naked version. And this is the first generation. So I think these were from 99 to 03, 02. They're carbureted. They have a different frame, a different kind of body, different dash and everything like that. But this is also a new one. So I bought this one. The guy's like, hey, it hasn't ran in years. The last time I was riding it, I set it down from a wheelie and it was making a terrible noise in the bottom end. Maybe it was the top end. He couldn't figure it out. I was like, all right. He said it had been sitting for years. So, I was like, that's kind of a risky buy. Well, with that, that came with it was a brand new engine. That's fake. Not a brand new engine, but bought off eBay. Got 5,000 miles on it and everything. So, all right, cool. So we got it back here. I'm like, well, let's see how these things, do, how it runs and everything before I go and rip the engine out of it. So basically, how it looked, I kind of cheated on this one and got ahead of it. This fairing was not on, yellow fairing. Obviously, none of the rest of the bike is yellow. It had this blue tank sitting on it, pardon the scaffolding. So I ended up switching it came with this black tank. Switched the blue tank for the black one because this one's much cleaner, isn't rusty on the inside. Kind of goes with the colorway a little bit better on the bike. But this thing's pretty cool for a number of reasons. A, I love naked bikes. We love how it looks. B, there's a handful of stuff done in this thing. It used to be someone's track rat, for better or worse. So basically the mods start with, it's got Gixxer 750 forks on it. It's got Hayabusa brakes and probably a Hayabusa wheel. I don't know. You guys can tell me whether that is or isn't. We have this super cool and rare Scott steering stabilizer, obviously clip-on bars. Let's see, on it, let's see, 8.6 on the trip, 1200 on the odometer. So whether it actually has 1200 miles or not, I don't know. Powder coated black frame, GSXR rear shock. We got, what else is done to it? Obviously Yoshi pipe on it. He said this might not be the first engine. This has been someone's track rat. So a lot of cool stuff has been done with this thing, but it doesn't actually look like it's been wrecked too bad. The engine case looks like perfect. This thing's beautiful. So got this thing. The guy said it needed an engine. Basically just replace the tank and put some fuel in it, and it runs. It runs good. It's not really making the noise. I heard it a little bit, and it did kind of sound like a knocking noise, and it went away as soon as you grab the clutch. So it's nothing wrong with the engine. It's just a clutch noise. I think it's just going to stay as is. I'm really not worried about that at all. But yeah, it actually seems like it runs pretty good. It's been sitting for, what, about a week. So choke it because it's carved. We'll see if it starts right up for us. I'm going to guess it will. Let's see. This thing runs great, not making any bad noises. I took it that, whatever was on here, 8.6 miles. That was just basically on the, took it for a little lap to see how it's gonna do. Old fluids in it, you know, like front brake all the way to there. It actually grips pretty good, but I don't like that. So that's a cool project here. The carbs are gonna actually have to come off on this thing just because it's not quite running right. It idles great, surprisingly, starts right up. But the main jets, I think, are clogged on at least one of the carbs. Just doesn't fully, what's the word, rev out like you want it to. So the carbs will come off. They're buried deep in here. Following that, another cool project. We got one boat, two boats. There was three. Here's the two cars you guys have seen before. Inflatable boat, custom manufactured. This one's got a 115 Merc on it. The other one's got a 60. This one's for sale, working on selling this. This one's for us to keep. We ended up buying them from a manufacturer, started a little thing here, and it's been a super cool project. Yeah, so this has been really fun. Boats have been cool. Jet ski, that thing's blown up. That'll get an engine. Another boat, try to sell this. Camaro, let's see, here, we'll start with a Caddy, just because you guys have seen it. So, turned out really good. You guys saw the video when I wrapped it up. Thing turned out great. A couple things that have gone wrong. So let's see, where do we start? I bent a control arm earlier this year. One of those front control arms bent, and actually when I started kind of thinking about it, I think that's why the guy crashed the old car, is because the other control arm broke and he lost control of the car. It's because it was broken when I bought it. So the car's been good. Ended up doing downpipes, tune. It already did the fuel system stuff when I was doing the build to put the E85 sensor on it. And I guess it's still got the ZZP intake. So it's really fast. It makes great power. The ride has been extremely stiff, and I sometimes drive around in Chicago, which means, you know, I just get my ass kicked by the harsh ride. Turns out, as I was doing some research, these mag ride shocks, they start to go bad over time. And the result of that is they just get really stiff. The car rides really stiff. So whatever. I already have new rears in a box over there with all the graveyard of other old Caddy parts. But I need to buy the fronts, and I haven't done that yet. Also, we got this diff is leaking. Looks like it's coming out of the output shaft for this passenger side axle. Let's see if you can kind of see it. You see it's all wet up there. So that's fine. We'll get that fixed. I think honestly it's going to be a little bit of a winter project at this point. It's been really fun driving it. It's going to sit for a minute. Here's a Camaro. You guys saw this a little bit during the build of this car. I was kind of dailying this car, and it's been awesome, except now the T56 is blown up. Great. It makes too much power for it, I guess. So essentially our update. We're at 10 minutes here, but really that's the spiel here. We're gonna, start a series rebuilding this Suzuki SV, get this thing running right. This one's probably going to be a short flip, even though it's a really, really cool bike. Just get my money out of it and do the thing there. Same thing with the CB700SC. That's also going to be a quickie. Well, that's not going to be a quickie. We'll see if I keep that or not, but we're going to try to get it right and do the thing there. Also, I mean, you just see all these little pit bikes, buddy of mine stuff. Also have the Kawasaki. That thing needs a water pump or something. It likes to overheat. But yeah, man, this is the new shop, the new space to work on these projects. We got some really, really cool stuff coming up. But thanks for tuning in just to get this update for what we got going here. You know, I don't know whether people are going to watch it or not. They'll probably actually watch the more content-facing videos, but I guess just if you can go back and be like, you know, where's this shop come from kind of thing, whatever, you can check that out. But thanks for tuning back in. Super excited about some new videos to show you guys. We got some awesome projects coming up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like it, and come back soon. We got much better videos coming. So thanks. Later.